Are you sure I've got time to sleep, Snazzy? I've just got so much I need to do before Halloween.
Having a lot to do is exactly the reason why you need to sleep. You're overworking yourself on projects, and some of that is preparing for other projects you haven't even started yet.
But I need to get ready for
Buts are for sitting, and other words that rhyme with sitting, Omni. Look, if you don't sleep, you'll be too exhausted to work. And if you can't work, the content on the channel will be worse than it already is. Just sleep long enough to recharge your batteries. It won't kill you.
Well, I am really tired. I guess a short nap won't hurt. Fine, you win. Hang on a minute, what am I doing? I've got stuff to do. A nap can wait. There's time for sleeping when I'm dead. Right now, I need to get the Halloween video done.
What in the... Well, I tried. If he's not gonna listen, that's his problem.
So I'm making the review in a dream state. I'm sure it won't have a noticeable effect on anything. Alright then. Who's up for a little scary music from the king of shock rock, Alice Cooper?
Back in 1975, Vincent Furnier, frontman of the Alice Cooper Band, parted ways with the original group and legally changed his name to Alice Cooper so as to retain rights to his classic songs as he pursued a solo career. Having done this, he released a concept album that would go on to be one of his signature works, Welcome to My Nightmare. This is not a review of that album. Rather, it is a review of a little-seen TV special which adapted the album in its entirety to a visual medium, entitled Alice Cooper, The Nightmare.
The special only aired once, and apart from a very limited VHS release, it was pretty much impossible to find. The Welcome to My Nightmare concert film was easily available on DVD, but the nightmare just vanished. Well, until 2018, that is. That's when a special edition of the Welcome to My Nightmare concert film was released, and it included the nightmare as a special feature. And I gotta say, it's about darn time.
The Nightmare should have been released a long time ago because it holds an important place in music history. You see, nothing quite like The Nightmare had ever been done prior to 1975.
Don't misunderstand me though, folks. There are plenty of examples where popular music made its way into visual media prior to The Nightmare.
Elvis Presley had an extensive film career, and his movies always made time for him to break out his guitar and sing. Likewise, the Beatles had made several incredibly silly theatrical films in which they played their songs, and many music acts were known to appear on popular talk shows to perform live. Concert films also existed prior to 1975, though they were more popular in Europe than America. However, none of these examples had ever done what The Nightmare did.
Like I said, Welcome to My Nightmare is a concept album, meaning that all of the songs on it tell a story, kind of like chapters in a book. The Nightmare put visuals to those songs and presented it on the screen. Roughly 5 years before MTV was a thing, Alice Cooper basically invented the music video.
Like anything new though, it's not necessarily perfect. As you can tell from the clips I'm showing you, this is a very low-budget affair, looking more like a filmed theatrical production than the music videos we're currently used to. Michael Jackson's Thriller this ain't. In all fairness though, the Thriller short film came years later after people had a better idea of what a music video could be, whereas The Nightmare generated that idea and thus had to make up its own rules as it went along.
All this time flapping my gums and I haven't said much about the special itself yet, have I? Let's rectify that.
The Nightmare is somewhat paradoxical in nature. It contains every song from Welcome to My Nightmare, plus an older song, Ballad of Dwight Fry, towards the end, and each song is visualized as literally as possible. Yet despite this, the album's story is only loosely adapted. That's a sign of the times in which it was made.
I don't want to give anything away in case you haven't listened to the album yet, but once you put all the clues together, you realize it tells a very disturbing psychological horror story. It is called shock rock for a reason, after all.
Some of those elements were not suitable for TV in 1975, so the special was given a slightly different story that still got the point across while keeping the censors at bay. The new plot for the special follows the protagonist Steven, played by Cooper, as he has a nightmare. Except this isn't just any nightmare. Steven has become trapped by the spirit of the nightmare, played by the one and only Vincent Price, who has no intention of letting Steven wake up. With maniacal glee, the spirit allows Steven's psyche to run wild with visions from the darkest depths of his mind. Everything from his fear of spiders to an unspoken childhood trauma are on display here, slowly driving him insane.
Overall, this change in the story does wind up working, even if some of the lyrical changes made to accommodate it are inserted a bit more awkwardly than others.
The virgins and the children.
Very sour.
Ah, great job, me hearties. No one will ever know the difference.
Interestingly, the special provides a prime example of Alice Cooper's affinity for vaudeville. It's no secret that among Cooper's celebrity fans back in the day were Groucho Marx and Mae West, who recognized the theatrical aspects of his live shows as a natural extension of their own vaudeville work from back in the old days. Groucho even called Cooper the last great vaudeville act. This influence is on full display in The Nightmare, from little moments during the introduction of the Black Widow to pretty much the entirety of Some Folks.
Ergo, it's clear the proceedings aren't meant to be taken that seriously. It's supposed to be a little campy because we're supposed to be having fun. And if you don't get that, then the real joke is on you.
Heck, how can you not have fun when Vincent Price is on the job? He was clearly having a blast with this, as he always did when performing. Vegans need not apply because the ham will overwhelm them. Really, that's all you need to know. Vincent Price and Alice Cooper together renders your argument invalid.
So now that The Nightmare is available on home media, it can finally get the recognition it deserves as the progenitor of the music video. It may not be pretty or refined, but then again, it doesn't have to be. It's rock and roll after all. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really am feeling tired. I should take that nap Snazzy suggested I have. Oh, man. You ever have one of those nights where you know you slept, but you don't feel like you got any rest? Man, I hate having nights like that.
Gee, can't imagine why you'd feel that. Ugh.
What's wrong?
You've, got a little something on your face there.
Did I get it?
Yeah, sure, you got it.
You know something? I think this look could actually work for me.